So hello everyone, welcome again, and today I'm gonna explain you how can you configure that blood bank management project. Actually this project is depends it's built on IDE like netbeans, and it's using the different servers called Glassface, and so some guys are really facing some difficulty to configure this project at your machine. So what is the flow of the project and how you can configure that project at your machine easily, and what is the main code and what is the flow of the code. So I'm gonna explain you. It will like take time, so I'm gonna explain the complete code, so the video maybe go long, so just wait and watch the complete video. So this is the topic, blood bank management, and let's check if you want this project. For example, if you get that project from Codebun and you take this project, so we'll share share to you bloodbank.rad at your mail ID over your mail ID. So if you want to, for example, if you're going to request to me, sir, I need this project, so I will send you after the complete process, will send you that blood bank RAR. So you just need to extract that RAR, the very first step, and you can check the extracted folder. If you don't have that, you can't find this icon, it means you don't have that WinRAR. So just go open the Google and type here for the WinRAR. So just, it's free software, you can easily download this software from the Google and just install at your machine. This one, just install at your machine, and you will get this icon, and right click on that and extract here. Then open this folder. You can see the different folders are there. Like first is blood bank. This is your real project built on netbeans, and this is your database files, and this is your report. So let's move on the configuration tutorial. So for example, we have a configuration, Java project configuration, Java web project configuration, but I will provide this link in the description box to you. So this is a configuration tutorial which is totally dedicated on the Eclipse configuration, but we can use some part of these tutorials here. So for example, we need some common things like JDK. So you can install JDK. For these days you need to download JDK, you need to register with Oracle. So here is the downloaded link. You can download directly from this link JDK easily, and if you want to see how to install that JDK at your machine, so you can easily follow this video tutorial also. The next step will be IDE configuration. So here I'm gonna show you like in this tutorial, this is the STS tool, or you can say Eclipse, but for this specific project we need netbeans. So just go on the Google and open the netbeans 8.0 or more than this. So just open this and download some versions. Let me show you which one you have to download exactly. So here you can see we need a Java EE support must. So you can go with this download all. So you can click on this button, download, and just simply install this. And after the installation, you will get an IDE in your system like netbeans, or you can follow some video like how can we install that netbeans in machine. So you will easily get. Once installation is done, you will get this netbeans at your machine. So I'm going to open this, and then the next step will be like studio is done, database configuration. So this is the most important part of the project. Like the database is a backend of the application, so it's really important to set up this properly. So if you don't have MySQL setup, so you can download from this link, and here is the video, step-by-step video to configure that MySQL at your machine. I have already configured that, so you will, after the complete successfully configuration, you will get this kind of view. So this is a welcome page. So I'm gonna just entering inside my connection, and here we'll import that project later. And the next thing is server configuration. So here is we are using Tomcat, but in this project, in current project, as we are using Glassfish project, so there will be some different approach. So let's see. So you can use that link only for the two purpose. One is the database and first is the JDK, and the other thing required is the netbeans. So you need to download this netbean and from this link, and the server will automatically install while you're going to you can see this Glassfish server open source edition. When you download this all packages, you will get that server also, so it will be easy for you. So let's see how to import that project here. So right now I'm going to close it, all my windows, close all. So for example, when I give you that project, you have that project in your drive. So this is your project path. So just I'm going to copy this path right now for now. So you can import, you can use the import also, or browse facility also. We can directly copy that path also. So just I need navigate to my IDE and I click on the open project. After the open project, I using that open project because it's not a Maven project, it's a simple dynamic web project. So yeah, we can use that Maven thing. And then I'm gonna copy this folder. You can see I just navigate to this folder, and I guess I need to go one step back. Yes, I need to this file from here and click on the open project. So as I open that project, it's going to be built up. So let it be built. It will require some basic things to configure this. So I guess it's done. 100% project scanning is done. So you can see all the packages are there, but you need to do some more configuration to make it run. So the first thing is database library. So when I click on the right click on the project, go on the property and check the libraries, you can see it's broken reference. So it's not finding this file here. So we need to import that file. So for example, when you download this this MySQL complete database, you will get the Java connector in this folder. Let me show you. Let me show you the project. Let's see the Java libs. Java libs. Yeah, I had this like I have this file here. So I'm gonna import this file from this path. So you will get that whenever you download this file, this folder, you will get that supported file in this folder also. So or you can download it directly from internet also. So just right click, move to the libraries and click on the Java folder, and yeah, so luckily it's navigating in the right path. So I select this connector, open, okay, done. Now the next thing, the next required thing is we need to make a connection with database. So how can we make a connection with database? We have this MySQL connector, MySQL workbench. Just go into the server, click on the import, and I need to navigate to the same path where my folder, where I keep my folder. So just navigate to the data, and under the data I need to go. No, it's not this one. I need to copy that path again. Let me check where it is. Yeah, this is project understanding. So I need exactly path of this folder. So this is my database file, so I need to import that file in this MySQL workbench. So I'm just copy this and I'm gonna directly open this folder. So it will redirect there. I want to open database one by one, step by step. I will open this file, the first file, and click on the import, start import. Let's see, let's refresh it. You can see the blood bank is created and only one table is there because we imported only one table right here. And the next thing, I need to import another table, so this, open this and click start import. And the third one, the last file, user register, click on the open, click on the start. Now I guess all the files are there, database imported. So I am, as a database username password, I am using root for the whole project, for the entire project. So you can make sure you are using the same username and password for the database. So let's see. And in case if you want to change the database password, or you are using some different passwords, so you can make changes in the code also. Just open that mypack. Under the mypack, you need to open that mydb class. This class is responsible to check over the database connection. So you can change, this is the username root and this is the password. So you can change the password. You can change the port number also. But currently, as my project is running, my MySQL is running on 3306, so I'm using this 3306. By default, it's run on the 3306. So I think the project configuration is done. Now you can check the database connection from here also. Just go into the services and database and create a connection with MySQL server. So I start the connection and I need to enter password here. So my password is root and I check that box to remember the password for the next time. And it's almost done, and it's get all the projects, all the databases from that link. So the connection is done and I click on the connect blood bank. So you can see the blood bank is there, all the tables are there. So directly we are connected with the database. We connected successfully the database with my IDE. So now everything is done. We imported that library, the database connection is done. Now it's time to run the project, and just right click on the project and run. By default it will run on the Glassfish only, because Glassfish is installed automatically while you are going to install that IDE. So by default it will run on that Internet Explorer. So if you want to change some browser, you can change the browser here. Like if you want to run from Chrome to Chrome, so you can select Chrome. If you want to run on the Firefox, you can run on the Firefox. There is another way, tricky way to switch the browser. You can follow that also. So that project is going to deploy on the Glassfish server. It will take some time because it's deploying first time. So whenever you will set up these things, first time it will take some time, and for the second time it will work fine. Once we will see the execution of the project, if it is working fine, then we see the how the things are working, how this source code and the flow is working, how these files, JSP files and other files are linked to each other. We'll see the complete detail. So let it be deployed, it will come back to you. So I have changed the browser, like it's took a lot time. It was taking a lot time to configure in this embed project is IDE default browser like Internet Explorer. So I just changed the Firefox and it easily done this. So I'm going to show you again. Just right click on the project, click on the run, and it's done. So this is the home project. Let me check the database connectivity. If everything is working fine, then we'll continue. Just explore the table like blood bank registers. So this is the table, the username and the password. So This is the username and the password will be this. So this is a blood bank, so I'm going to log in as a blood bank. Then the login, set password yes. So it's checking the database connectivity. If it logged in successfully, it means the database is connected properly. Let me check, let me log in as a user. So there. So it's logged in successfully. You can see the blood bank, as you can join and search and all the things. No, I guess it's not logged in yet. So let me try it again with as a user. So password is yes, this one is the password. Same. Yeah, it's working fine. So the database is connected. It's fetching the data from the user. It's done. So now let's see the flow of the project, how the project is working. So I'm gonna first log out, and this will be my home page. So let's switch to the code. And here, if you try to understand that project configuration, or you can say this configurations file, how this things is working. Like under the web page, all the designing material will be there, like CSS, images, JavaScript, whatever the JavaScript in this project is going to use, will going to keep that JavaScript file in this folder, all that images in this folder, and all the CSS in this folder. So as a welcome, we are redirecting a file which is called, it's on Firefox, so it's index.html. So let's switch to the directly on the index.html. What it says, like where it is. Okay, so here I have a file which is called index.html. So whatever the things you are going to see in the home page, it will be allowed from here only. So this is my home.index file. So if we are using some kind of options, we are using some kind of, this is some basic designing. You can, if you know some basic HTML, you can easily perform that. So we are using this thing from here, and this is my footer section. In the footer section, we are going to use some addresses and all that things. And the main thing is in the home page, you can see the main functional thing in the home page, you can see is the login form. So let's switch directly to the login form, and then we'll talk the another is that login form. Login here. Okay. So you can see, you can have a look of this form. This is my action form, and the picture is the main picture is start from here. So after the submitting this user, like the first input is there, which is the username, and the second input is there, which is the password, and the options are there to select user type, like user, hospital, and the blood bank manager, blood bank. So when user going to submit this data will go to this login.servlet and login.java, which is my servlet, and it will process as a get method. So let's switch to the login.servlet. So here I have my package under the source packages. So I have a my package. In the my package, I have a file which is called the login.java. The three requests will come from the login page, and that request will be username, and the user type and the password. So we'll get this inside the doGet method, and we have this parameter, 3 parameter here. Now the next process, my next process will be, I need to insert the data in the database. I need to go to database and ask to database that particular user ID and password is available or not. So if it is available, then we need to logged in successfully, otherwise we have to show a message that invalid username and password or something. So now how can I create a connection with the database? So you can see here I create an object of MyDB class and get a connection. So I have a class which is called MyDB. This complete class will be responsible to create a database connection. So you can see in the first step inside the class we are creating a method, a custom method which is getCon. It means it will return a connection of database. So class.phone the very first step, com.mysql jdbc.driver. So here we are going to create a driver of MySQL, passing the driver of MySQL to for class. Then we are going to create a connection. So driver is this con equals to driver manager.get connection. In the first parameter we are going to pass a URL of their database. So this is JDBC MySQL, localhost is by default, and 3306 is your port number, and blood bank is your name of the project, and then the username of your project database and the password of your database. So once this connection from this URL will get the database, and this connection will hold that complete database object and will be written as a connection. So let's switch to the login.java again, and here you can see I got the connection inside this con. After that I am going to create a statement. You can see the con.create statement. In this statement I am going to check the query. I'm going to fire the query. So if the username will be user, then select UID and email password from user register, where email will be this and the password will be this, r8.next. The condition is the condition will be work like if it will get some data, so it will redirect onto the welcome.jsp, otherwise it will send a message to you. The next thing, if blood bank, if the user type is blood bank, so it will ask to blood bank register table. And next thing, if it is hospital, then it will ask for the hospital table and redirect accordingly. So this is the complete flow of the project. Like you can see how can we create a connection from the database and all other things. So for example, this is one step-by-step flow, like how can you see the data in the front end, and when you insert some data, the data will go to servlet section, then it will go to in the database, and the database, the response will come from the database, and it will show the data. It will show to the client. So same as a logout, we are going to create, we are going to whatever the session we are creating in the application for the login purpose, so we are going to invalidate that session here and going to print we can invalidate the message, and we're going to respond alert the logout is successfully. So whenever I need to log out that application, I'm going to pass call this JSP file registration page. So according to the activity, there is a page like about this page. This is a static page. User registration page, it means user going to register this page here. So this is some kind of JSP file. If you see the user registration.jsp, you can see again there be a form. So here is a form. This is redirecting again on the user.jsp by the post method. So it will redirect with this data. So the data will goes to user.jsp. Let's switch to the user.jsp. It will get all the data as a request, create a connection with the database, insert the data in the database, and return a message like registration successful. So by this the application will perform the registration successfully message, and same for the registration as a hospital. So it will take a form as a register as a hospital, and it will redirect to the directly. Let me show you where it's going to redirect. It's going to H register. So H register is a servlet. So again it will go to the servlet, get the data, insert the database connection and all the things. So this is the flow of the project, and let me show you what the activities you are going to perform in the application. So this is the home page of the application. We are using some kind of slider. This is a static thing, and header and the footer section of this. And the home page, if you want to edit the home page footer part, you can easily change the footer of the index.html, like from here. You just need to pass the data from here. So if I'm going to enter the codebun.com, so it will show so whatever the static data we are using in the application, you can easily change the data. So okay, so this is the main part of the application. If I'm going to log in as a user, so what a user can perform, user can check his detail, user can log out, user blood bank, user can search a blood like for the according to the location. Like if I'm going to search location as a Bhopal and blood group, I need a B+, so it will fetch all the data from according to this criteria. Like the data is available in the database. If you want to see, let's check the blood bank table, like the user which is from the Bhopal and blood register. You can see the B+ from Bhopal, the data is there. This was showing the data. And similarly, if you want to search some hospital, you can check the data from the hospital also. And search donor, so blood group, like I'm gonna blood group B+. On location, you can insert a location, so you will search the donor. There is some mistake. There is some issue in searching. I will check that. And so this is the complete flow and basic flow of the project. So easily you can check that project from the Codebun and take it to you. And I'm going to improve that project. I'm going to build the same project with better functionality, better GUI, and in the Eclipse, and using the Maven tool and the MVC architecture to make it more understandable and more keen. So it will really help you to understand the things basic easily in the easy way. So thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please subscribe the channel for more video. If you want to more project in from the Codebun, so you can easily switch to the website codebun.com and just go into the project section and check the different project available on the site. We'll provide the link in the description box also. Thank you.